Okay, well, this morning already feels really quite odd and different because I don't know if this would be helpful for him. It'd be heavy if I think, so that might not be good. Sorry, it's just a bit cold and early in the morning here. I don't want to see it so much time, well, not super early, but kind of early. I actually did sleep pretty well, I think, but not since about 6:30, and it's 8 now. And then we've got people, oops, that are really up and at 'em. But it's different time of day there. Anyway, let me just put this over here and see what coffee I have in my. Whew, God, it's chilly. I have kind of two cups going on. I need a morning couch this morning, so I'll put the two together. Okay. Still not a full cup, but good enough. So he asked to sleep till 9, so I'm gonna try and do that. That's really weird. On here, the YouTube. Okay, it was up high for a moment. I thought maybe that might be a comment. Look, I'm almost getting the charger in the dog's food. Luckily, it's the kibble bowl and it's empty and dry. Yeah, normally at this time we'd be kind of starting the day and visiting with the dog. And the dog was still kind of sleeping too, so. Yeah, he says he really likes these podcasts that I do, the few that he's seen. It's lots of great things. Hello?
So you would let me sleep.
Okay, I can keep it down here. What's up?
Just
Let's go back to the bathroom. I'm going to try and get you a virtual doctor's appointment. Okay. Go back in the bath and I'll talk to you. I don't know if this is worth asking because I looked it up and I was a little bit confused. I'm not too sure how helpful ointments are. And when I looked up medication for this, I mean, it seemed like the right choice.
okay. So this one,
So that's a pen you've been on before, right?
let me talk.
Let me make coffee. Go on.
This medication that I'm talking about, haloperidol. Did you come across that name? Haloperidol.
No, I didn't, but okay. I'll note that down just a minute.
Here, let me see. I want to make sure I've got the right name.
Well, even if I'm close, it should be fine.
Oh!
What? Just relax, okay? I just needed to use the
I
microphone.
want to make sure I've got the right name.
The cell phone's upstairs.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to write it down for me? I thought you were going to look it up. Like I say, I think as long I know there's lots of different medications, means as long as I'm close, it should be fine.
I remember that haloperidol is actually an antipsychotic, and we don't know exactly why, as it seems to be symptoms.
Okay, so that's the request, I guess?
I didn't go for it.
Okay. How are they going to use that term? But I guess we couldn't. He was reacting to the way I had the laptop, but. Keep thinking of that song idea I have too, and we'll do that. I'm sorry, I'm just going to add to the comments here that um, I just had a bit of a brief distraction, but I'll be kind of. I'm just starting the day too, but I don't know if we might have anybody medical background. Although I think we know what we want to do, and then it's otherwise a Q&A conversation until as things move along. And it's honey, cookies, and chocolate. Good morning. I was going to give you that. Hopefully you got better cuddles for the dog. I was going to give you this, but I've already made it to Daddy. Yes, I don't know. You want it or not? Where's the paper? Yep. People think it's 100, but you guys must not have many side effects, so I'm trying to see what I can do. Might even see if I can just pick this up for you without having to have one. Hey, where's the phone? Okay. What you need this? Oh, okay. Okay, so you don't want that. Yeah, your breathing seems mostly good. It's kind of a little slow and times a little rapid. But other than that, I mean, if that doesn't, sometimes you need to monitor if that's an issue, not something that, just have one quick doctor's appointment for it and say, okay, here's the answer. So,
Just want relief.
sorry?
I just want relief from the
Of course.
pain.
Maybe have a bran cookie to have me, or something, not something too dry, though, right? I'm not gonna have, I think I'll find a cake for you. Gotta finish up that cake. Yeah, some yogurt. Okay, this is good that you're eating right off the hop. I'm just gonna get front desk, but where is this?
I should call you out to the left.
I am.
I thought they would go until the night.
I'm hoping 8:30, and for some reason this clock is still 2 hours ahead. It was correct at one point, and then I went there and generally it changed, and I almost thought, okay, does that mean to be speaking to somebody in a certain time zone?
Uh-huh.
But let's see down.
Wow. So sorry.
Hopefully many more to come.
Yes.
Know whatever you're most comfortable, and see you in a bit. Pardon? Okay, I'll try. Yeah. You don't want it while you're in the. You know what? Okay, it's amazing that it can work from 2 different floors. I'll put this closer to the stairs. Sorry, I'll be right back. Oh, I just gave tight. Triggers. We could talk about triggers. Sorry? I will. Might be to the pharmacy. Be right back. I need to do this sitting because if I have a walk to do later, right now my back might not be able to. Right now it feels lovely. Hi Britt. How are you? And we got them in YouTube as well. I didn't know where there'd be the most activity, and like I said, looking for people that have a health background, but kind of just to chat in general as we go about things. And I've just came downstairs fairly recently, so I kind of wanted to get something to eat, but might not be what I'm looking at right now. I know he just had yogurt in his hand. I don't know if he actually has any. I think he did. He did what he felt he could. That's the main thing. Okay. I'm gonna grab a peanut butter cookie and we'll go to the couch there. If you want one, imagine I'm giving you one. Okay. Ooh. Should bring this charger. It's really lovely to have watched my friend Onk's podcast a little bit longer. He was rolling with his twin, I believe. They looked a lot alike. He said they were twins, so I'm going to guess they were. He's usually by himself on the podcast. It does make me think, but you know what? She hasn't said a ton. She's tried to help, but she hasn't said a ton. He's pretty much wanting what the internet is calling a wonder drug for this particular condition that we're pretty sure he's suffering from. So I will see if I can get it. So I don't want to have to say things twice necessarily. So I'm just going to quickly place a call. I did say it was about health in there too. So okay, and with that thing that YouTube does, I'm glad that over here. Yes, I do have to take them out. Where did I put that? I don't know. I'll take you out in just a moment. Then you just gotta take care of something first. And I don't know where I put your chew stick that I had out last night. Okay. So, Britt, are you there? I know you understood and then suddenly felt iffy about us or something, but right now he's not really able to do social stuff, and I feel like it's important to post the updates and that people appreciate it. So, hopefully you do too. I'm pretty sure you saw that post. You've seen at least one of the posts. I don't know what that was. It said something about inviting, in the little symbol isn't there. It said something about inviting a viewer to join the podcast. No, not now. It shows the button. Thinking of, but yeah, I'm not going to bring anybody on camera right now because once one person does it, they'll all want to do it, just like the bakery. Thinking of you, Glenn. Thanks for keeping us posted. Does Glenn know? Not both of us. That's the kind of response I prefer to see. But and you're welcome. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can get this appointment or prescription pickup thing figured out. Shouldn't take super long. I'm not even sure if they're open yet, but it is 9 o'clock, so I think they should be. And then we'll go from there. Okay, thank you. Shouldn't have had to ask, but it's early. So again, restore into what? Going into. And the dog seems like he's just being quiet on the steps, although school is inside. Thanks for the heart. School is going soon, so a bit noisy. think it's better late than bad. Sure, it's ringing a lot. I think it would directly go to there. I don't know what you think. Doesn't say that you're watching at the top, but I think you are. Well, I don't know what to think about that. Let me just get the other device. Sorry, let me get the other device. I know that with our doctor that we have right now, and of course, there's more than one doctor can work in a place. True, um, but it when I get the voicemail greeting, it usually says you've reached Doctor Such and Such, and it's not our doctor's name, and it's just the one. And but then it always seems to be the number that when I do get through to somebody, I can, which has been a while, but let me just see. Oh, right. Okay. I think I can even Google still while this is on. I don't know why it stopped earlier. I know. I think I started to play Alex's video briefly. I don't know what to think about it. I mean, if he sees this, because I am live streaming, I mean, first of all, the assumption of gender, I'm not really sure. So I guess I wasn't accurate. I had slight assumption of you, but and I guess sometimes we think of like what would make sense most to ourselves first. So I mean, if he's into women or only into women, then he might think even if the person who's saying it is, a username on here with a non-specific gender, he might, I guess, think, okay, your spouse must mean your wife. But I'm by, and it doesn't in this case. And then he pretty much just said, this song is for you. And he says, don't worry, be happy, or don't worry about it. Every little thing's going to be all right, whatever that song was. So, I mean, in a way, it was kind of thoughtful. He was trying to stay focused. I guess I thought he might say a little bit more than he did, but he was doing his music podcast. So, also have some songwriting ideas. I'm gonna put that in the chat. Okay, so I think the thing I'm going to try first is trying that number again on here. Is that what it dialed? I appreciate you here, and I appreciate your patience. I just have to take care of something on the phone quickly, or at least try to, and then we'll kind of, get into conversation, I guess. Got two of you here, so I appreciate you being here with me and your support, and I try to be here for you as well. But yeah, what was weird is it just rang and rang and rang. And on this one, it just says calling and isn't ringing at all. So that's very strange. Oh, maybe because Wi-Fi was connected, I think. Or Bluetooth, rather. It's just a very important call. It won't take long. Got one of you still here. I appreciate it. Ring, 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 ring goes the bell. So I'm gonna, looks like, end up doing a quick Google search to see if the number has been updated. So it's a little bit more complicated than set out for it to be. Okay. I don't know if I should put on a light in here. I think it's bright enough on camera and in the room, but it's not quite. And the dog's, probably wondering, I only got morning cuddles from one of you. It's my walk, blah, blah, blah. The nearby school, well, it should be in by now, near-ish by. Um, but I want to take care of this because it's supposed to be very nice out, and it's going to get sunnier and warmer, I think. And um, um, but physically, I might only be up to the one walk. Luckily, I am going to be connecting with a relative later, hopefully, who will be able to help me with my other errand. And I might, I was hoping to get it all done right around the same time, but the other thing might be a little too late if we can get this medication sooner. Um, so let me see here. I'm a little bit confused. The first thing it finds is the number I have. Then it has this. There's another doctor with the same last name who's an ophthalmologist. Not even the same location that says temporary close. This is the one I want. I hope. I mean, that looks like the place. That's the number I just called. Good thing I'm rolling. I might need support. So far, it's not going great. I'll be wrapping up this call in a moment. So far, I'm not even reaching anybody. And I think it might be telling me bypass even trying to book an appointment. Go, but I have to have the prescription, no matter, even if it's the pharmacy in the office. I'm pretty sure, unless it's an over the counter thing. Hi, Mia. I know of another guy like that, but that's a lot of A's. I'm a bit stressed. Thanks for commenting. I basically G in the GNC on our channel, multi-streaming, because I didn't know which one was going to have the most activity, especially at this time of the morning. Well, I mean, it's different times, different places. Anyway, it's not doing well. So I was just trying to call the doctor office, and the number isn't working. And that's very, very strange. I don't know if it's just some sort of technical issue they're having right now. I could try and just call the pharmacy. I'd hope that I can do this without having to have an actual prescription. And it may be a bit of a cost, but I do have a bit of money. I didn't spend it all last night, so I mean, he's worth it. And I actually don't just have the $200 bills from my birthday, so but it says the neighborhood, and then it says clinic, which makes me think that, like, anytime I've ever called in the past, and they have a 3.7 star rating, I guess it's close to 4. Anytime I've ever called in the past, um, I've not had to press an extension or anything. Um, I'm not really sure. I mean, I guess I could keep trying and hope that somebody answers. They are open. They're open. Says they are, so 5:30. Do they get that many calls first thing in the morning? Maybe. So, thinking of my options for a moment here. Maya, it seems like you left, but thanks for asking. Sticking around for a few minutes, kind of thing. I don't know if I want to bring both of these devices back to the kitchen, but maybe. Because I would hate for someone to tune in who actually would stick around, but if they don't see anybody on the screen, well, on the one platform they might be a bit more likely to, because they're a bit more familiar with one or both of us, but just as likely on either. So I need to heat this up and grab something else from the kitchen. And our dog is probably thinking, what a weird morning this is, you guys. No kidding. No kidding. But I was laying there, I kept watching him breathe. Times it seemed rapid, other times it seemed kind of shallow. And I was like, oh, well, it's 8 o'clock. Or may have been a little after 8 o'clock. I don't know, because it started 9 o'clock. I got rolling pretty quickly, so I guess 35, 40 minutes total with that. Okay, so what I'm thinking here, let me know what you think. And I know it might not make sense if you just tuned in, but let me know what you think of what you hear, I guess. I appreciate it. So I cannot reach the doctor's office. I'll try again. Before I you know, I'll try again. That's what I'm trying to say. But and it's unfortunate, what's up for you not getting Canada, but I have a feeling like, oh, well, if I have, I'll have to remember to get this would probably remind me. Thank you, Yetta Sun. Partial thanks anyway to you. Not full. Anyway, so what am I looking for? How am I doing it? Has this been heated? Yep. Okay, I'm going back there then. Sorry. It didn't take long. It's like it was heated before you even knew it was heated. And there was still some time on the microwave. I think it was 2 minutes and I used like 25 of them. 25 seconds. 2 minutes and I used 25 minutes. Makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. Life certainly doesn't sometimes, right? So, again, I'm just keeping with the flow of this. Anybody that's just tuning in will be here when they're meant to be here, I guess. And I appreciate, feedback and support. I'm also going to quickly come to this. I think he went right to the top. Although I'm not sure. Well, it can just be I was helping out. I didn't know if he'd be when he'd look at his thing. And it looks like he may have even sent that at 9:30 last night. Okay, so what am I trying to do here? Right. This. Okay. This. So, basically, okay, doesn't look like we have really anybody on either spot at the moment. So, save on, really. That makes me feel mixed feelings, that advertisement. I'll tell you why. Yeah, I'll tell you why. Why not, eh? Because there used to be a place, an agency, where you could go that had food delivery from there for their kind of food. Come on. Chop, chop. Yeah, so as far as, hey, get down here, please. Where is that ride that he didn't finish? I don't know, but it's hiding, ironically. I don't need more challenges, please. At this point, I'm thinking maybe. Oh, I don't need a sick dog now because it's a little. Sonny, get down here now and shut up, please. Not in the mood this morning. But I know that if I. Hey, you left to be there, okay? I'm trying to figure things out here. Yeah, so the weird thing is that. Oh, and also, I'm just going to take this opportunity again to say, people, please don't litter, especially food remainders, like anything really, but especially chicken bones. If somebody's dog picks it up and doesn't drop it because they're like, this has some interesting flavor to it, I want it. Why do you? It can be very stressful and they could possibly choke on it. And that's happened a couple times, but he's been lucky. So, anywho, just it's a bit of a chaotic morning here, but I'm here to chat. I'm so happy to have people here. I don't want the dog to be distracting. You know what? If he decides to go back up to the bedroom, he does. I'll be right with you. The thumbnail looked weird. Some random mew. What thumbnail? Oh, hello, Kitty. Mitch. Hi, Marianne. My thumbnails look fine. Just kidding. It's early morning here. I'm just in, something that's warm. But actually, it's too warm, so I'm going to take it off. Anywho, so, like when YouTube randomly recommended your live thumbnail looked very weird. It's just a pink circle. I believe it's it's something from ages ago. Good boy, thank you. A sunrise or a set? I don't know. Something in the sky. Anywho, so G in the GNC is unwell, basically, and I'm trying to reach the doctor's office, and it's just ringing and ringing. I'm going to try again. You're welcome to stay here because it won't take very long. And I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to end up just having to walk down there. But the pharmacy, I feel like they won't give me something without an appointment. So, it doesn't look that weird. I really don't think it looks weird at all. You came here pretty much just to say that and then left. So, sayonara. This couldn't happen as it normally should. Had to be a challenge. I know life can be, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be as much. So sometimes, right? So I'm just waiting for somebody to pick up on this line, and it's not happening. I'm getting quite annoyed by it, to be honest. And let me just double check the number again. I just did, but whoops. Thanks for being good, Sonny. I appreciate it. I mean, this has got to be the 7th ring. That one, there was a little bit of a pause. Sure, go for it. I don't care. And after like 8 or 9, it hangs up. I mean, we hardly ever have to call. You would think that would make the reviews drop, though. 925. Some people maybe go into book. a month ago. True Crown Cafe. They can't be going on. They should be looking at the media they're absorbing first. Yeah, the parking lot's quite small. It's true, but it's next to the hospital, so some of these are a month ago. Funny, someone says I would give a negative review if I can. Oh, -2. Well, at least she reached the receptionist. Okay. I don't know if these are okay. All newest. I think it showed me all the newest first, except for some were just star reviews. An hour ago. An hour ago, one 5-star review, and one 3 weeks ago 5-star. Okay, so I don't know what to do. Like we could say, just call the pharmacist then, um, and but it's the same number. It looks like it's the same number for both, so that's not gonna really get me any further. Um, they really should have. They used it, yeah. Unless they're like, you know what? Yes, we finally figured out how to get that doctor's name off here that isn't actually working here anymore, and now there's just no voicemail. It could be that, so I'll keep trying. But I'm also tempted to try another pharmacy to find out if it can be over the counter. Also, if anybody sees this on the site where people actually know G and know him in person, you go by initials on YouTube. Um, I might appreciate a ride to something today. It's nice out, and I'm physically feeling fairly decent. I just don't want to be away from the house for too long. I have something flash in my head. Right past bed, have to go take the dog out. And while they're out, while we're out, they'd have to do something with, I know what I mean. It's like that would be them. Or if we both did, and they came across just the dog, like, man goes through these things in stressful times, right? I mean, things happen. I'm sure they've seen it all in that career. I don't have to get into. I mean, I don't even think they know where to begin anyway. As I say, just with the most recent thing, whether you're in that career or not, health or um, you know, um, health or the police. Um, okay, well, I'm gonna call this one. I don't know if it's closer. Thing is, it is in a grocery store. He just had his other meds delivered, and they do deliver, but they charge $5, which isn't much. But if it's now something else, $10, I know it's still not much, but for us, it kind of is. And it's so nice out, or it's going to be. I wish I could double this up as a dog walk, but in fact, the pharmacy in the clinic, they actually have. The last time I was there, they actually had a dog behind the counter with them. Like I guess it was somebody's support dog. I don't know. Um, um, but I don't know if they'd allow it in the grocery store, which is where the other pharmacy is. Thank you. The I also lost a gift card there recently, so that was fun. $75 worth of groceries. But I did have another one, the Christmas one already, so I used that one because they were worried about the postal strike, which reminds me, I have to call and see about getting direct deposits. But I hope the birds are joining you. Well, it's got both of our names on it, so anywho. Um, so I think this is what I'm going to do. I'll try one more time though, but this is giving me mixed feelings because I know someone who works in a grocery store. I kind of know someone, and she's been working there since she was a teenager. She's like 50 now. Don't ask me how. Since she was a teenager. She's like 50. What? Oh, hi. I'm glad that I. What the heck? What is that? Just a moment here. I'm going to go back. Just what's going on? Oh, I think I know. Just a moment here. Where is it? Ah, okay. Now that I finally reached somebody. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, just a moment. Now that somebody just tuned in. Hi. I'm calling to book an appointment virtually or to find out if a certain type of medication requires a prescription. Is it something like polypharynol? Dr. Jones? Okay, thanks. Sometimes I really are using. I don't need to say that. That's mean. Sorry. Um, okay, so how that went was I don't know if you heard me in the other room. I was asking if a certain prescription was a certain medication required a prescription or could be over the counter, just bought. And I think that's what the opposite's called. Anywho, I said it said something like this, and she said, "Okay, they didn't. I guess they have our number on file because she also didn't ask name. Come to think of it, but it hasn't changed. So okay. Um, she's just like he'll give you a call, and I said Doctor So and So. She's like, yeah. She says he's fully booked, but he'll call at noon, aka his lunch hour. So in a way, that's kind of nice. If he's gonna, I mean, I don't know if we always get the same lunch hour, but okay, that's kind of nice. But I'm tempted to see if I can get this before noon. He's been dealing with this for 2.5 days, I think now, and even though noon is only 2.5 hours away. But what I was about to say is, yeah, I know someone who lost a partner of 16 years. I'm not saying who or how I know her or any of that stuff. She happens to see this, but I can't believe how long. I think maybe she just. I mean, she likes the people she works with and the people that go to the store, but um, that's a long time to work that kind of job. It's not like it's a great one in so many different ways, but I'll be right back. I just have to do this other really, really quick call. It won't take long at all. I don't mind you being here. I actually really appreciate it, but thanks, please. Maybe it just feels awkward. I didn't select the make option. Okay, be right back. Hi, morning. I'm trying to find out if I'd like to find out if a certain medication requires a prescription from us to pick up. And I believe it's called Paradol. Okay, thank you. And she knew right away. She's like, yeah. And it was Kim, and she's like, yep, you need a prescription for that. They know what they're doing. I may not, but they do. Okay, so I guess we have to wait till. I mean, I can't be too mad. Like I say, if his lunch is normally at noon hour, which would make sense, he's going to do a quick virtual appointment. So that now there's two of us we both have the same doctor, so she didn't ask that, and we aren't always. I mean, we're not there very often anyway. Both there at the same time. So okay, where I normally take the dog, and it's 9:30. where I normally take the dog isn't super far. So if I do that and then I have to do this other thing, that's fine. And then when he calls at noon, they may talk for 15, 20 minutes. And then the person who was going to give me a ride to my other thing for 2:30 for about 45 minutes, like I do and don't feel like I'd like someone, that we know to be at the house while I'm out, unless I can get him to come with, maybe. I mean, the person that we're getting a ride from is someone that I for a little while had a fallout with, and it just all feels a little bit awkward. But I've seen her a few times recently, and but she works until 1. Wouldn't get here till 20 after. Which, I mean, and she was actually possibly, she works from home. That's right. She was actually possibly going to stay home for a bit longer, probably before coming. And it would just, well, in fact, yeah. The thing is that the timing isn't quite lining up, because I guess the thing is that if he's having a virtual appointment, then he doesn't need to go in, and he really would rather be at home resting. But I want to make sure that he's okay while I'm away. Um, um, Maybe where the one place I'm live streaming is, if somebody wants to message us and ask for the other number, he's not super familiar with this phone. And I'd have the other one because I don't have a cell phone right now. Although the person I'd be with does. It feels like there's a lot more in a cell phone than a landline, doesn't there, when we use it for so much more things? So I just want to have a kind of clear idea in my head as to all this. So if I was to leave this one home, bring that one with me, like if he's not going to use it, because one of the things is that because with the CHS, which is what we think it is, but we're not sure, he's finding comfort mostly in baths. So that's what I'm saying, is which one would I rather possibly fall into the tub? I mean, back when I had my own place, because I have an active mind and ADHD, although I can relax, I do relax, um, um, but sometimes it'd be like I just get in and then I'd want to look at something on the phone. I mean, I guess I have a bit of that phone addiction, but I don't know. It's been my solace and my grace a lot of times too. Oh my goodness, this has to be plugged in. Oh my goodness, you're being so good. I appreciate it, son. But I just need a bit more time doing what I'm doing here. This one needs to. And I don't know where that stand thing is. Right here. Yeah, this was 95. Yeah. Don't you know that we can only reach the front deck? I said, is this something that we can professionally on it? And it's done. The Hollywood thing. There was an answer called Safeway. He said that was first. Yeah, I thought the first time I thought that the service could have been better at the doctor's office, but it was a different person. It was a different person who there was no. I hate to be saying that, but sometimes there is one. I mean, seriously. So I'm just thinking things through for a moment here. I appreciate just a few minutes more. Okay, thank you. Okay, we got a heart there, which is great. I just plugged this device back in. Okay, so it's at 7%, but I do have the other one. So here's what I'm thinking, folks. Here's where my head's at now. Okay, so I'm gonna go walk the dog. Okay, I'm gonna play catch with him, and I'm not gonna go very far, and I'm not going to keep rolling. If I do, it'll be on the device that only has that. He doesn't like when the lefty is anything, but I don't really like walking around with it connected, to be honest. He's kind of been so about keeping that music playing up there, so I just might not do so. Yeah, we'll get to you in just a moment. Thank you for your patience. Good boy, hey. Okay, so and then I'm gonna come back and I guess try and distract myself for a bit and make sure that G is okay. Which is what we call him on YouTube. But just like I said, I didn't know where was going to be the most active and where would be people that would be also possibly the most helpful. So far, it's kind of been neither. But Britt did say a couple of nice things, and possibly I thought she was only self-employed, but maybe had to get her kid to school, and who knows. Anywho, then after that, yeah. So if they decide to prescribe this to him, I'd like to get it for him as soon as possible. So if that's at about 12:30-ish, 12:45 maybe, I'd get down there probably at 1. What I might need, and I'm asking one platform this more than the other because this is where we know people more. Yeah, I don't think it's this one, so I'll go. What I might appreciate is a ride from the clinic, the pharmacy. At least they have the on-site pharmacy. So as long as they have this, I won't then have to go to the grocery store. One. And then I'd like to get it home for him and be home for a little bit before I have to go out again. If I can't arrange a ride with anybody, I don't know. I mean, I'm tempted to maybe just bike down there. The dog will have had his walk. I could bike down there. That's true. It's supposed to be lovely out. And then I'll be home very briefly. And then I'll get my other pickup for the hamper. And then he'll have already taken the med. Hopefully it starts helping. I can be in touch with him on the phone. And we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up then. I think I have it figured out. And I can watch this back if I don't remember. But I think it'll be all right. Okay. Yeah, it was only Brit. Wow, it's somewhat surprising. Okay, so keep us in your good thoughts. And thank you. Have a lovely day. Bye.